What's up, everyone? It's your boy Funny Fun Adventures. And this, it's kind of new, but kind of old. What am I exactly talking about? Well, it's just tipping. Comes with the line of work. Any kind of customer service job, food delivery, grocery delivery, you know, anything. Like from retail to detailers to waitresses to, hotels, motels, like all customer service fields. And why does this bug me? Well, long story short, yeah, like there's always gonna be those non-tippers. But I think in some situations, which I think it's most situations, where there'll be individuals that say, "Well, I tip in person, I tip in cash, this, that." I mean, come on, you can't be saying that now in this day and age, because I'm gonna say like 80% of people has everything on their phone or on their tap debit card. Everything is online. Everything. So as most of you know, um, I drive for Spark. It's been overall a great app for me. Works out. But one of the biggest things I would say is, as of more recently, the last 2 weeks, I've seen it more frequently. I still think Walmart is slightly to blame with their most recent campaign. But yeah, I've noticed a lot more non-tipping orders, and it's wild how some of these orders they don't tip, like not even like $1, and $1, at least $1 for orders where you order like one TV or 5 items. Like that goes the distance of what you already pay in the service you're getting paid, what Spark is paying us as base pay, and then our tip that we get from it, so that it's at least worth it. And us knowing that you at least care enough to be like, "Oh, hey, thanks for bringing my TV," or "Thanks for bringing me my five bags of chips," or something like that. But it's more wild when I see orders where it's 30, 40, 50 items and there's no tip. I mean, I don't care if you're right next door to Walmart, zero point 0.5 miles, or if you're, 6 miles away, you know. If you're gonna make me bring you a full trunk of groceries, like, I'm not, I don't know who would bring it to you, but for like $10, $12, and we only get on average of one order an hour, that doesn't pay that person to bring you your groceries. You know, like if you at least have a huge order, say Walmart's paying us $12, that's usually what I see as the highest. I don't know how they judge it, but say it's a single order, you order 50 things. Walmart's kind enough to pay us $12, which is more rare than often. At least tip us like $4 to make it a $16 wage. And then if you are even farther, because I don't know how they allocate orders, but I'm presuming that majority of customers order from a specific store, or they just accidentally just order and not notice that they ordered from like the farthest Walmart away, that might be like 15 miles, 10, 15 miles. I'm pretty sure that's what usually happens. You know, like a decent wage nowadays is like $16. But when you think about the cost of everything that that person has to go through based on what you order, I mean, tip at your own discretion, but just, a bit of info is like, whether you order 5 things or 30 things, you kind of see what you're paying out of pocket. And then, yes, you don't see what we're getting paid, but you can presume that the less you order, it's not that you tip more, but you tip less, but then you still tip like $2 to $5, up to your discretion. But when you are indefinitely saying, hey, can you bring me my week's worth of groceries? And you're not tipping, at worst $5, at worst, you know, because if you're ordering like $200 worth of stuff that's like grocery related and not involving electronics and stuff, you know, you should be tipping like $7 to $10, if not more. Or else, how is that person gonna make a living? And how is it gonna be worth it for that individual to be like, okay, 1 hour, I get one shot an hour? And it's like, oh yeah, I should totally take this $15 order, go 5 miles, but I'm gonna, let's see, I have to pick it up, I gotta wait for it. So, you know, let's just say start time starts now. I probably have to wait about on average of 10 minutes for your order. That's now the time's ticking for me to make it back to the next order. You ordered 40, 50 things, they have to prep it, they finally bring it out. Now we gotta get into my car, organize it. I know majority of drivers out there don't have baskets, don't have bags. When you don't have that, you just throw it all in the back or in your car. I do. I organize it. And then now you have to drive to the location. Now you have to spend probably 3 to 5 minutes, because it's such a big order, to bring the groceries there, stage it in a good manner, and then go through the whole process of, yeah, it's here, scan, pictures, everything, and then drive back. Like, excluding the driving, that individual just spent about like 20 minutes for you as a customer. Start time, sitting there waiting for the order, taking the order, putting it into the cart, coming to your home, bringing it to your door, staging it as quickly as possible, but in a good manner so that it looks good and nothing gets damaged. And then go through the whole process. They just spent like 20 minutes. Because that's a big order. And on big orders, for me, it's roughly about 50, you know, if it's just about dropping off the items when I'm already at the customer's house, it's probably about almost 5 minutes if it's that big of an order. Because I'm not just like throwing everything and you know, grabbing everything by the handful of the handbags and just dropping it. I do a little bit more better. I make it in a sense where I think about the customer. Now, if it's only like 5 bags, obviously I'm gonna like, oh, they're not heavy, I'm just gonna grab 5 bags and put it down. But when I got like 3 bags of my insulated bags that are huge, and I gotta bring each of that, I only got 2 hands, you know, like, it adds up. So think about your drivers, okay? When you're ordering those big orders, you gotta tip. You gotta tip. It's not right for you to not tip. Definitely when you're ordering like a week's worth of groceries. 3 days to a week's worth of groceries. That's a lot of groceries. I didn't want to make this video that long, but I just had to rant about it because Walmart only pays us enough, or Spark, we only get paid enough to, I don't know, pay for our gas and maintenance and maybe grab one meal a day in a sense. You know, like I'm talking about per order. Like that's what we're getting paid. You know, like we're gonna use some gas, and then we're gonna save it up for maintenance and our taxes. This, that, the whole shenanigans. So a lot of it is helpful when customers are able to tip a little bit, and it helps supplement, because that's what we're really making our money from. That's how we make a living. And we're here to provide it for you guys. And there's a lot of great drivers out here that are willing to provide that. But if you're not willing to provide a little bit of compensation for their hard work of, they're delivering it for you, then, you know, that's going to be the downfall of losing good drivers, or your order not getting um, taken to you on time. Because if you're no tipping, you know what? Most likely your order is gonna go past 30 minutes to an hour until Walmart decides to up and add $5, $10 to the order and stuff. That's enough of this rant. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, stay blessed, stay humble.